10. I don't know how long we plan on doing this tonight.
We are live.
We are live. One dog with a diaper. And it's just you and me, kid.
All right, that's it.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
I got a new beginning on in the background.
I love that movie. God, I love that movie. I'm sure IFC played a lot of them today, didn't they?
I actually don't know. I just knew Pluto was doing the marathon, so I just put that on. Just keep it going.
Yeah. Hey, we're live. How about that? Let's see.
They're gonna go see Demon right now and have some enchiladas.
Oh, you're almost towards the end.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, it's about actually it's like the halfway point.
Yep. When they go see Demon?
Yeah.
Nah.
It is.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because obviously with ads, it's on for 2 hours, 8 to 10, and it's 9 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
Yep, they're getting in the
favorite
truck now.
time.
Gonna go see Demon.
Demon. Ooh, baby.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, Royce, how you doing? Happy Friday the 13th.
Hey, Royce.
Yep. I was tempted to watch Jason Lives today just because, you and I talked about it, how we used to feel about it and how we feel about it now. And I was like, I'm curious. And then I just started watching the marathon and I just said, forget it.
Jason Lives.
But
look, I don't hate part 6. I do like part 6. Soon. There's a lot of nostalgia for me with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it's one of those things where it probably is. It's just maybe I watched it too much when I was younger, or maybe the silliness was what attracted me to it, and now I'm kind of like, eh.
Well, for me again, it was like I loved having like the kids there because I always like child protagonists and stuff, and it was cool actually seeing it as a camp. But I feel like definitely. now it just is lost some of its luster. It's too silly for me at times.
Yeah, it's been a while, Chris. We've had a lot going on.
Yeah, I was looking. The last time we did one was our 2024 ranking.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we haven't.
Probably wasn't that long ago. He's a snuggle bug.
Who, Demon?
Yeah, Demon's a snuggle bug. Benny.
Had a dog named Demon.
I don't know.
I don't remember who, but that just sounds familiar.
Name him Demon. Damn enchiladas.
Asshole doesn't even wipe. Just like what's his face in the beginning of 3, Harold.
Yeah, thinking about that now. He didn't really have a chance though, did he?
Hey, what a way to go out. Fucking shit in your drawers.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to be and fucking moose tracks for dessert.
Yeah. I just saw a movie with that not that long ago. Was it you and I that saw that together?
What?
Where the guy pulled up his pants when he got done in there and it was all crappy?
I don't think so. What the hell were you watching?
I saw a movie like that recently. Oh, there's the Zig. He's a good boy. So, yeah. Somebody, I always thought about, we said he didn't wipe, and this guy didn't wipe either, and he had, sticking all over his ass.
Jesus.
Pulled his drawers up. I was like, man. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty funny, though. Pretty nasty, too.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
He died shortly after.
That was a fun video to film. Sopranos controversial view.
Oh, yeah. Trying to talk Joe into watching the whole thing. We have a little bit
because I never have.
I know, right? But we got some time. We got some time to do what we want.
Yeah.
So
it's funny we keep saying that, right? And it's like before we know it, we're gonna be like, "Oh my god, it's time to start filming for next year."
Get caught up for next year, yeah.
We're almost halfway through the year already. So
We got 53 to do. Come on, let's do it. 53, the big 53.
yeah.
I can't wait. I really can't. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything in the controversial view about stereotyping Italians, but I thought about what you said, and it's true. You know, it's conveniently true.
It's funny to me because again, everybody gets all worked up about the Sopranos, like, oh, they're so stereotypical about this race and they're so stereotypical about that race. The whole show is one big stereotype of Italians.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you feel that way, if you're one of those people that gets offended by that stuff, why the hell are you watching it? Why are you watching HBO?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like wild. Like, the people find these things to complain about. How they were literally trying for a while there, in the previous 4 years, there was literally people trying to get certain episodes of Sopranos taken off of HBO because they were offensive.
I don't understand.
How isn't the entire show offensive? I mean, again, like, I'm not offended, but if I wanted to be like that, I could easily say, well, isn't the whole show offensive towards Italians? Like, it's again, it's offensive at people's convenience, like you said.
Here's the thing that I don't understand, okay? And I was thinking about this more and more because we had talked about South Park, and we do, Joe and I both have a video coming up about South Park. And there are a bunch of episodes that are banned now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have television, right? And you have television where kids can go in and they can just switch channels and turn on Comedy Central and have access to South Park.
Mm-hmm.
Streaming is different. You have to actively search out what you're going to watch. There has to be intent there. So if that's the case, why are you banning it? It's not like I'm so offended that, I don't want my children to see it by accident when they're turning the channel or whatever, even though they should be better parents. It's the fact that you have to actively search out this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's intent.
Yep.
It's like if I want to stream something, I'm going to stream exactly what I want to stream as long as it's available, which not always is. But, getting them to ban it, it's like, just don't stream it. Don't watch it.
And it's also one of those things where I don't think anything should be banned, period, no matter what it is, right? But
Neither.
like, obviously, physical media, if you're buying it, it should be yours. That's why physical media is the way to go. Most of the time,
Yep.
Everything's intact. But even streaming, you're paying for a streaming service. So, I mean, there are people who literally will sign up for a streaming service for like one show, like, say people
Exactly.
who people want to watch Stranger Things on Netflix or whatever, So like, they're paying for that one specific show. Say someone pays for Paramount Plus because they want to watch South Park and they don't have the shows on DVD. They're paying to have that show. So you can't censor stuff. You can't remove stuff. Like, they're still paying for it.
Yeah. They're paying for the whole thing. What they think is going to be the whole thing.
It's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it is. It's another form of censorship. And I think it takes it. I mean, any censorship is too far in my opinion, but when they take it to that extra degree, it's silly.
Yeah, and like you said, like, you have to actively seek it out.
It's
like
intent.
If you're gonna get offended, just don't watch it.
Yeah, don't stream it,
or even skip that episode. Skip that certain episode if it's so offensive to you. Like, I don't get it.
If everyone has to be, so what I'm looking for, a snowflake, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has to be a snowflake and worry about what they're watching, and even worry about what other people are watching, because it seems like that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Then why can't there be like a list on the shows where it said, if you are offended easily, you might not want to watch this one, but other people can still stream it if they want to.
Seriously.
I know, just have an overview where it has a rating or something.
I have never, ever watched a TV show or a movie where I was genuinely offended. Like, you and I have like joked about things like, we can admit something is offensive, but I personally am not offended. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, What is there that we've watched that we're like, oh my god, I feel so offended, I can't watch this?
Oh, there's never been one.
Yeah.
I was offended by the Mexican Chainsaw Massacre. I thought that was quite offensive, but at the same time, I'm sitting there laughing at it
Yeah,
hysterically.
but in a different way. I'm
Right.
saying, like, there's a difference between something being offensive and feeling offended.
Right.
Like there's like offensive humor, which I find funny because it's humor, it's
It's
comedy.
funny. Well,
But
here's a perfect example.
I've never watched something and be like, oh my god, I feel like this is a stereotype. I'm offended. I can't watch this.
Exactly.
Like this should be taken off the. Like it's ridiculous.
Here's a
It's a
perfect
TV show or it's
example.
a movie.
That movie that you saw that was Australian,
Exactly.
where they're killing the kangaroos and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't like when
Wake
they
and
kill
Fright.
animals. Yeah, Wake and Fright. So I don't like when they kill animals.
Hmm.
Now I do have some trouble with Cannibal Holocaust and some of the other cannibal movies. I still watch it, but it kind of makes me mad. And I've noticed that because we had to watch a lot of them, that it kind of makes you mad at points too.
Mm-hmm.
But so Joe says you probably won't want to watch Wake and Fright because it's kind of extreme. So I'll take that as maybe I shouldn't watch it and not worry about banning it for everyone.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where
common sense.
Something like that, it's like I wouldn't even say that's offensive to you. It's just something you don't like to see.
Exactly.
But you're not watching and thinking, "Oh my god!" Like I'm so insulted. I'm so offended. Like it's just something you rather not watch.
Exactly.
It's like I mean, that's like I don't know. I wouldn't watch a movie where like it's just a bunch of dudes naked the entire time. Like I would just like I wouldn't be offended by it. It's not something I would particularly want to watch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's stupid things like that. Exactly, Jay. It's like people who are offended, they wreck it for everyone else because then they want everything banned because it offends them. Like as if they're the only person that exists.
Yeah, exactly. If I don't want to watch something, I just don't watch it. And
exactly, Chris. Like I never understood that. Like stuff like that. I don't care. Like again, going back to Sopranos, like people, there's so many Italian stereotypes and Italian slurs and everything else. I don't care. I laugh at it. Who cares? Like someone can say it to me. I would laugh.
I'm Polish. I mean, imagine all the Polak jokes. You know,
who cares?
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Hey, Bowie, zip it.
I think he's offended.
He's offended. Yeah. Bowie's out. God, what a weirdo.
The refrigerator probably made a noise. That refrigerator makes a lot of weird noises.
Yeah.
I slept out here and I got scared a few times thinking it was somebody in the house or something. Like here, loud noise.
Shut up.
It's probably dumping the ice.
That's another reason why we came up with a controversial view too. You know, it was to talk about a lot of these topics that other people don't like to talk about. That's kind of how it started.
Yeah.
You know, there were certain movies we would think about, and people we would see articles and even comments and other videos. People were like, "Oh my god, I can't watch this because of it's so controversial and it's so disturbing and so this." So that's why, like we say, we watch it so you don't have to.
Before I forget, hey Bob, what are you doing? Stop barking.
He's at his daughter's house, Chris.
Yeah,
it's his grand dog.
It's my grand dog. This is a Bowie. No, he's not in the picture. He's settled now. He doesn't like it that his mommy and daddy left for the weekend. I was thinking of one today for a controversial view, and I'm surprised we haven't done it yet. And I think a lot of people would get a kick out of it. Okay. Brainstorm.
Okay. Brainstorm.
Yeah, I really think we should do that for controversial view. You know, Christopher Walken, Natalie Wood.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Do you have that, by the way?
Don't know.
I have the MGM book box.
I probably do.
Yeah. I also have the DVD of it, so let me know if you have it or not, because it's a fun movie, but it's also kind of it has a lot of controversy to it because of the stuff that happened in the
because of the wood that doesn't float.
Damn, that's hard.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I like offensive horror movies too. Sometimes the more offensive, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you're just in the mood for that. You're just in the mood for somebody to just not really care about the rules too much.
Well, it's like something we have planned for next year, and it's a while away, guys, but we are going to be doing it. Is we're going to be doing we're going to do one day where we do like raunchy comedies. So
Yes.
basically sex comedies, but we know YouTube's probably not going to like that word too much.
Right.
So we're going to call it like raunchy reviews or something like that. And yeah, like movies like that too. Like I like those kind of comedies. Like where it's like the raunchier the better. Like how many lines can they cross? It's funny.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point. It's humor. It's not real.
And we find out interesting things about things that we have in common, which is a ton. And I didn't know that you loved sex comedies as much as I did growing up. I mean, I used to watch them all the time. Sometimes I would watch more of them than I would watch horror movies.
Well, like I said, I really do think it's like you and I talked about it. Horror movies and sex comedies. I feel like a lot of horror fans also like sex comedies because you get to see things that you wouldn't normally experience in real life because because it is offensive or it is against the law or whatever it might be with horror, you know? Like we're watching people kill people in horror movies. We're not going to go out and kill people. We're just watching that in a movie. Sex comedies, we're watching people do really pervy things. We're not going to do it in real life. We're just watching it happen. Well, some of the things we're not, you know what I mean? But I really, that's why I feel like they go hand in hand. It's like living vicariously through those types of movies.
Yes, Gutterballs was offensive, but see, I like that. I like Gutterballs.
Yep.
I was shocked at first the first time I watched it. I was really shocked, but the more
Jay, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. It's definitely not. Definitely. I mean, yeah, like the heavily religious people can, but it's definitely more of the left that bans things than the right. At this point, at one point, it would have been that way, but for the last 10 years or so, things have definitely shifted, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. You got that right.
I see it firsthand in the state that I live in because it's a very, very liberal state, and it's much different than it used to be.
It's unfortunate.
Yep.
It's definitely unfortunate because things change. And, you know, I thought that things were going to start to get better. And they have to a certain degree.
Oh, I mean, they have quite a bit. Yeah.
But then just when you think, you know, things are going to change completely, then you're back. Then you kind of fall back a little bit.
Because the opposition doesn't want things to get better because it makes them look bad. So they'll do everything in their power to make it look like things aren't as good as they are.
Yes.
They find a problem with no matter what happens.
We see it every day.
In a cryptic way, I'll just say the guy can walk on water and they'll complain, oh, look, he can't swim.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? That's what they would say. That's literally what they would say.
Yep.
They're like, oh, he can't swim. Yeah, because he's walking on water, you douchebags. Like, it's just how it is.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's not going to change. I've resigned myself to that fact.
No.
That's not going to change. Hopefully, we have a big enough impact over the next 3.5 years where things will change permanently. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Jay, which schools? I mean, which books are those? The only books that I know that they like to see taken out of schools are the ones that are inappropriate for young children, which I agree with. But that's not banning. It's not banning them. It's just taking them out of school libraries. I didn't have Playboy magazines in the magazine section at my school. Doesn't mean they were banned. It just means they didn't have them in that library or in that school.
Yeah.
So, and that's what happens. I mean, you have the media and they spin things to make it. They're banning books. No, they're taking out books that are inappropriate for children out of schools. Doesn't mean that you can't go to the library and borrow them. It doesn't mean you can't go to the bookstore and buy them.
Well, they did that when I was younger too, with certain things.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's always going to be around to a certain degree.
Some books do not belong in schools. I mean,
Yeah,
and I say
definitely.
that as someone who worked as a kindergarten teacher. So I I wouldn't have students.
Wait a minute. You worked as a kindergarten teacher?
I did.
Damn. How long?
3 years, 2.5, 3 years.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Kindergarten teacher. You were molding young minds.
Yeah. It's
What
funny how I
happened?
worked with the elderly and then also the the young kids.
Get you.
Yeah,
I
the
bet
ones
you were.
about transgender people, Jay. I mean, I can't
Yeah.
imagine when I was that age really finding that appropriate to read about that at that young age. So they're not
Right.
being banned; they're just being taken out of schools. Not something that is necessarily taught. I know a lot of parents don't really want schools teaching their children those sort of things.
No.
I mean,
Schools are for reading, writing, and arithmetic.
it
And that
is.
should be the extent of it.
Yeah. Again, doesn't mean those books are banned. Trust me, I go to bookstores regularly. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, even in like the children's book section in bookstores, there's stuff that I see and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty out
Well,
there.
I mean, you gotta think people print books about just about everything, and I didn't know I didn't know how a lot of these books get published,
Hmm.
and I'm starting to wonder how hard it is to get a book published.
Okay,
You
well,
know?
you and I talked about this. So no, I have like a bunch of children's book written. I was what year was it? Very like 2017, 2018, 2018. I was very close to having a deal. I told you this. I remember talking about this with you and Brad.
Okay,
And
sounds familiar.
I wrote I have a bunch of children's books written, but one of them was literally about an alpaca. Okay, an alpaca because it's a
I
children's book,
remember this
right?
now. Yeah.
And I literally had interest from agents and a publishing company. But you know what they told me? And this is not a joke. They told me that to make the alpaca gay or gender fluid,
Really?
and then they would publish the book. I
Wow.
said to them, "It's a book about an alpaca. It doesn't even state his sexual preference. It has nothing to do with has nothing to do
Yeah.
with that.
He's
It's a
an
literally
alpaca.
it was about an alpaca going
He's
on
an
a
animal.
trip. Why do I need to make it a gay alpaca or a trans alpaca, a gender fluid alpaca?" And you know what? I didn't do it because I'm not going to sell out on something that's it's agenda driven, and that's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it. And that right there shows you how ridiculous it is.
Yeah. Well,
Like
that was a different time too back then.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that is something that I'm want to start working on again because now that things are,
Really?
I, I have these books just kind of sitting here,
Hanging
saved,
around, huh?
ready to go. You know,
Illustrations and everything?
I don't do the illustrations, no, just the writing. Free expression is fine, Jay. Again, I'm not disagreeing that I'm not saying the books shouldn't. I'm not saying the book should be banned. I'm saying certain books should not be in schools.
Yeah.
Like it's as simple as that. I mean, my son's going to be 22 now, but I can tell you for a fact, if my son was 4 years old and there were certain books in his school that I found inappropriate, I would be one of those parents who go to the school board meetings and say
Yeah.
these books are not appropriate. I've watched plenty of videos of these parents going to school board meetings, reading books from from the school library, and the school board is telling them, "Oh, please don't read that out loud. That's inappropriate." And the parents
Yeah.
say, "So it's inappropriate for me to say these words in this meeting, but it's not inappropriate for my children to read in his classroom."
At 4 years old. Right. They did that when I was a kid in school. Like
It's
I said.
insanity. It's
Yeah.
absolute lunacy. Like nobody is banning the books by taking them out of schools. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, are we going to put like horror movies in like a school video library for young kids?
Well, they took a lot of the horror books out of my school library when I was in the elementary school I went to.
Yeah, and they weren't banning them. They were just saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, these are
Yeah,
inappropriate
like
for
Stephen
kids."
King books and stuff like that. They would take a lot of those out of there.
Yeah.
Because I remember I always wanted to take out the stand
Yeah.
because it was like a huge book,
Hmm.
and I wanted to see how far I could get in it. And
Yep.
they took it out before I could get a hold of it. So
Yep.
our library was pretty big, though. We had a huge library in our school.
Roy says Glenn or Glenda. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Ed
Jesus.
Wood or Seed of Chucky.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Is that you said Ed Wood?
Yeah.
Huh.
He did Glenn or Glenda was a movie he did. That's kind
I
of
don't think
where
I've ever
Seed of
seen that
Chucky. That's
one.
where they got the name in Seed of Chucky. It's like an
Yeah.
homage to Ed Wood.
Oh, okay.
Look at that little dog.
I didn't know that.
It's a Brussels Griffin.
I didn't know that.
Cute. That's
Yep.
cute. You might want to get one of those. They're probably, I think, from what I've heard, they're hard to.
Yeah, censorship is censorship.
So they would probably be expensive.
Yeah. Yep. So who watched Friday the 13th today, and which ones did you watch?
I was literally just going to ask that in the chat. What did you guys watch for Friday the 13th today? I watched most of 3. I watched all of 4, and then 5 is on right now.
You barking at me? Are you barking at me?
I think so. I think he is.
He's like looking at me like, you expect that to scare him?
His favorite
Okay.
character in Friday the 13th is Gordon the dog.
Yeah. Gordon jumps through the window by himself. I never understood that one, but hey. He was out. Gordon.
Yeah, he's like, yep.
Gordon fucked off quick.
He's like, I am not a hockey fan. I am not a hockey fan.
Yeah. He said, Jason, nope. I could run faster than him, and he'll never catch me.
Yep.
I like Gordon. He was cool.
Left Trish the dish behind.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, okay,
Mhm.
maybe somebody can explain this to me.
Okay.
Gordon jumped through the window, I guess, or was it supposed to imply that Jason threw him out the window?
No, I think he said, screw this, I'm out.
It's like Gordon lived.
Mm.
And you're trying to tell me that Muffin died. Muffin lives.
Muffin died.
Nope, Muffin lives.
Jay, are you
at the
talking
end.
about in the school? Because if it's a school and the family wants to read that book, they can go to the regular library and just borrow it.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a matter. I'm not saying the book should be banned. Taking inappropriate books out of schools is not censorship. It's just being appropriate.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put a book about a serial killer in a kindergarten library. So why would you put other inappropriate books in a young children's library?
Yeah, like I said, they took the Stephen King books out of my elementary school library.
It's not. That's different from censorship.
Yeah. So
Those damn donuts, Chris said.
Hey, hon, have you ever
Now this chick is doing her little dance in A New Beginning over here.
HEC?
no.
Girl talking about it. I'll send it to me and then I'll send it to you later.
Why you keep barking at me?
Because he wants some attention from me.
He's a mess.
Roy's on a rampage.
They're at the end, huh?
Yep, she's doing her dance.
Oh, we're at that part.
Yep.
Now, does Pluto censor? Now we're back to that. Does Pluto take out the nudity and all?
It's complete.
Nice.
Because the naked chick was just laying in the bed.
Oh, yeah. The redhead?
Yeah. You can take the book yourself so your kids can't have it. What? Yeah, but again, if the books are in the schools, again, like I know, like when I was in school, we would have like a library period where we go to the library, get to like borrow books and look through the books and stuff like that. This is the problem. And it's also not just the problem that the kids are borrowing the books. It's the problem that there are teachers literally reading these books to the children that the same school board is saying is inappropriate to read in a room full of adults. So why are teachers reading them to children? Hey, Craig.
All right, I'm looking forward to the new Predator movie.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the new she did last summer.
Yep. Next month.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I just watched just watch one of those videos on the new movies that are coming out.
Crazy Ralph, Slade. Crazy Ralph. It's got a death curse.
What else is coming out this year?
The Conjuring. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yep. You haven't seen Final Destination yet, right?
No, looking forward to watching that as well.
Yeah, that was good.
But then again, I'm the guy who watches Popeye's Revenge. So if it's new and it sounds okay, then I'll put it on and watch it.
Yeah, Megan 2. It looks fun, Royce. I'll check it out when it comes out.
I kind of like where they went with the story.
Me too. I like that.
Where it appears where they're going with the story.
It's Terminator 2.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's clearly an homage to Terminator 2. Like, right. Pretty cool.
They should up the. Look, there are good PG-13 movies. I'm a firm believer in that. I know you are too, Joe. But this is one that they should ramp up if they're going to do it.
Well, I mean, originally the first one was supposed to be rated R, and then they decided to market it to a teen audience.
Right. Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're going to do with the physical media part of Megan 2.0, but hopefully there'll be an unrated version, and it'll be like pretty cool.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so too. Hey, Craig.
Yeah, Jay. Nobody wants that, but again, I think we're talking about something very minuscule. We're talking about schools having certain things that are inappropriate. That's a whole different
prom
section
queen
here.
Are your shoes those slip-on Skechers?
Aren't they remaking American Psycho? I believe so. Yeah, I think I heard that, Chris.
We have something coming up. Yeah, that's that has a little bit to do with American Psycho.
When is that? September? September, maybe.
Is it September? I didn't bring my my guide, but I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's a wait a minute, did we do a positive spin or did we do
seldom seen?
We did a seldom seen on it. I'm trying to think, because it would have fit just about every category.
I gotta say, I've been thinking about that movie since we watched it.
I have too. I like the way it was filmed. I really like the way it was filmed.
It really sticks with you.
It does. Netflix Prom Queen. I might have to watch that.
That's Fear Street, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely got to watch it because I've seen all the other ones. American Psycho. That's a tough one. I really like Christian Bale in that.
I didn't. Yeah, neither did we, Royce. We did that one for positive spin. American Psycho 2.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. What'd you think, Craig? Yeah, Craig messaged me the other day. He was going to watch the Bloody Murder movies.
Okay.
So we did one for 2000 slashers.
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, we either did the first two or we only did the first one. But I went back and I think we only did the first one.
Yeah. Then there's the third one.
Yeah.
Okay. What did Craig say?
He just said he gave them a go, so he hasn't said what he thinks yet.
I'm curious is if he thinks like there's a popular consensus on the first and second one. I'm just kind of curious because I know Craig likes a lot of the stuff that not many people like.
Yeah, I mean, I told him people typically prefer part 2 over part 1.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
But when you and I watched part 1, we were like, you know what? This is not bad.
It's fun. It's really fun.
We had a good time. I don't think he liked them. He put, well, good news. They did not go in the bin, but they have a new home. Oh, yeah, Slade. Have you ever seen the movie Threads?
I haven't. I have it because we were supposed to do it for.
It's our Shudder.
We should just break down and watch it because
we can do a controversial view for it easily.
Yeah, definitely. It's supposed to be similar to, from what I heard, it's supposed to be similar to The Day After.
I've seen it.
Is it as rough as people say?
It's rougher than The Day After. It's pretty,
Really?
yeah. I mean,
Huh.
listen. Do I think it's as rough as people say that it is? No, but I can
Okay.
understand. I can understand why people see it that way. You know what I
Now,
mean?
isn't that was a made-for-television movie
Yeah, and
in
I think
Britain?
that's also kind of why it messed with people because people weren't expecting it to be as
Right.
extreme as it is.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, Slade. It is better than The Day After. I meant it's rougher in how explicit it is, how disturbing it is. Hey, Brody, thanks for joining us.
All right, I'm a little slow here. Hey, Birdie.
Craig, probably not. I have so many copies of it already.
What?
You guys getting the deluxe Blu-ray set for Prom Night Remake. If it was the original, Jason would get
it. All right. How many times did I watch it that 1 week?
Oh my god! In 1 week, what in that one day? You watched it like 3 times.
I did. It's just, to me, it's still overwhelming what they did with that print.
Yeah.
I really have to take my hat off to Synapse because, they made a kind of it wasn't run of the mill at the time, but it's kind of a run of the mill slasher. And they really did a good job making it so you can actually see what's going on. Oh, I was picking videos today about B movies that were bad or so good or so bad that they're good.
Mm-hmm.
And I also got some 70s films that you need to see or you haven't seen, but you need to see. And of course, one of them was Silent Night, Bloody Night. And I guess there's a fair amount of people out there who hasn't seen it. But after they said you need to see it, they started commenting on how boring it was. And I was like, really?
The hell do they watch?
I don't know. I don't know. Letters from a Dead Man.
Heard Friday the 13th was a masterpiece. Well, many consider it a slasher masterpiece, that's for sure. Definitely inspired a lot of things. I mean, a movie that self-proclaimed ripped off Halloween went on to inspire a lot of other slashers. So
yeah, but and that was one thing I definitely agree with. You have Halloween that hardly has any blood, and you have TCM that hardly has any blood.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to Friday the 13th, I mean, they just ramped everything up.
Yep.
And it was so. I mean, the kills in that movie still hold up so well.
It's funny. I'm watching them today, and like I said, I was thinking about this when I was watching part 3. And we've watched a lot of slashers anyway, but recently we've just been watching random slashers just for the fun.
Yeah.
And I'm watching part 3, and I don't know if it's just because of nostalgia, because I have nostalgia for a lot of these other movies we've watched. But yeah. I'm watching them, and I'm like, why? What makes some of these Friday the 13th sequels so good as slasher movies? And I don't mean like, objectively, oh my god, this, but they're cheesy and they're fun, and but as a slasher movies go, I mean, I would pick Friday the 13th, some of the Friday the 13th sequels over many other slasher films, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Like there's just something so rewatchable about them. And I'm watching it, and I'm watching the cheesiness of Chris and their stupid story, bullshitting about waking up and Jason chasing around the tree and all that. But I'm watching it, and I'm like, you know what? These movies are so much fun. No matter how many times I've seen them, I will sit there and I'll be hooked watching these sequels. And then I'm watching the final chapter, and I'm thinking the same thing. Like, what is it about the Friday the 13th sequels, especially those early sequels, that makes them such good slasher films? Because you and I both agree that Friday the 13th Part 2 is our favorite slasher film, period. Yeah. Like, I think I truly do think it's the greatest slasher film ever made.
Yeah.
It has everything you want in a slasher film. I've said this a million times. It has everything. Like, when I think of a slasher film, I think of Friday the 13th Part 2.
Without a doubt.
Like, but what is it about them, like, that other movies can't quite capture? Because as much as I love other slasher films of that time, they don't quite live up to the Friday the 13th sequels.
That's actually true.
Like, for example, I love The Burning.
Things,
I love The Burning.
Yeah.
I love Madman. I love this, all these movies that we love. But as much as I love them, they're not Friday the 13th Part 2. They're not even maybe Friday the 13th. The 2 through 5 are strong slasher sequels for me.
Yeah. Well, everyone has their favorite, but I think a lot of them have their own flavor. Where if you look at Halloween, you have the original Halloween, which was kind of, I don't even know how to put it, like, didn't have a ton of blood.
Yeah.
You have Halloween 2 that had pacing problems, but it had an ample amount of blood and, kills.
Yeah, and as much as people joke about it, the isolated hospital was a plus because people would put themselves in that position. Like,
Yes.
what if I was in the hospital injured like Lori, and you have a killer who's still after you in a place that's supposed to be safe? So,
yeah,
I mean, no matter, even again, I've said it. It has pacing issues, but I still love it. It's still a fantastic slasher film.
Yeah.
So I get why it has the acclaim that it has. But again, looking at the Friday the 13th sequels, they're really cheesy, but at the same time, this is like what I want. Like, when I'm watching this, they do not, like, I do. They're not times when I'm losing my attention.
Yeah.
Like some of these other slashers, even the ones we've watched recently, much as I enjoy them, there may be a few minutes here and there where it's like, okay, get on with it, like we talked about.
Just before dawn.
I feel like these are just like, even when the characters are just hanging out, like Crispin Glover dancing around is entertaining enough for me to just sit here and enjoy it. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh, come on, I can't wait for Jason to come back on screen, because I'm enjoying the characters.
That's one of those things about what we watched the other night that I'm such a fan of, Hell Night. I like the characters in that. And that's one of the things I think that excels in Hell Night that a lot of the other slashers don't do right.
That's my my wife's favorite one too, Jay. The New Beginning is her favorite Friday the 13th.
Wait a minute. She likes Part 5?
Yeah, I told you that. I told you what she calls it, which I can't repeat in the stream.
Yeah. Yeah. You threw me on that one.
Yeah.
But I think that they're fairly consistent. Yes, they're cheesy, but they all maintain that level of blood and gore that you come to expect in a Friday the 13th film. Of course, until you get up to 7. And I understand they cut a lot of stuff out of Part 7, but if you really watch it, it has gore in it. It just doesn't have as much as the rest of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that in the theaters, and I was not disappointed. It's not one of my favorites now.
I always say that about the New Blood. It's not one of my favorites, but when I watch it, I'm definitely enjoying it. Like, I watch it, I'm like, all right,
I'm all in.
I watch it, and I'm like, you know what, I like this more than I think that I do. But in like a ranking, it doesn't rank high for me.
No, because there's so many. I mean, there's so many good ones in there, and like I said, because they have different directors, they all have different flavors. But the one thing that's consistent is the over-the-top blood and gore and the cheesiness, like you said.
Yeah.
They even made changes that may not have been the wisest changes, like changing Jason from a burlap sack to a hockey mask, and that actually went over great. I mean, how many people, when they saw Friday the 13th Part 3, before they saw the commercials, were expecting him to be in a burlap sack, or, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
the change was super successful.
Chris, you talking about Savage Streets?
Oh, I love it.
Brody, yeah, you should definitely check out the Prom Night movies. I actually prefer the sequels. More fun. Craig says Part 3 is the only Friday film he can't get into. I love Part 3. I actually think Part 3 is the cheesiest one of like the original 8 or so. But I love it. I love this has my favorite opening in a Friday the 13th movie with Harold and his bitch wife, and I like the characters in it. You got good looking female cast in it.
Yes.
You got the cheesy biker gang. You got Jason getting his mask, and Richard Brooker is my favorite Jason. So
it's just silly, but it's fun at the same time.
Especially
the opening music. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell am I watching here? The first time I saw it.
Yeah, Royce, I agree. It's just funny because we've talked about this before. When you really think about it, the hockey mask, it worked, and I'm glad that it did. But it's almost silly. Like, why a hockey mask? Like, it just seems so random to me that they would go in that direction and that it would work. You wouldn't think that it would be as successful as it was. Like I said, I'm glad that it was, but it's just such a random thing.
He's not a kisser, but
yeah, he's not a kisser.
Every once in a while.
Yep, I like Savage Streets.
I bet you do, you prevert.
I do. Hell yeah.
Have you ever seen him run? Like
okay. My father rented that. Don't know why my father. Well, my father. I told you that my father used to rent a lot of.
You know why he rented it.
I know, but he rented a lot of revenge films when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like the Angel movies, like Streetwalkers, like Alley Cat.
Yeah. I noticing a trend here.
We had this thing where we would rent these from either Errol's or our local mom and pop shops.
The big red boxes?
Yeah, I love Errol's. They were so cool. So sometimes, since I had school, I wasn't always able to watch them before he'd take them back.
Hey, Dan.
So we had a Beta machine and a VHS machine. And we used to rent them on Beta and copy them onto VHS so that I could watch them, when I got home, or even if he had to take them back. And that was one that I watched later on, and I was like, "This is awesome." Even Linnea Quigley, before I really knew who she was. Yeah, I Spit on Your Grave. That's another one. My father didn't rent that one though. Hey, Mr. Dan. But he used to rent a lot of revenge films, and of course the sex.
Is 45?
No, he didn't rent that one. He rented. He would rent a lot of sex comedies too, like Homework, which I have, and Screwballs. What was the one about the Squeeze Play? That was one of them. Stuck on You. That was another one. If they were especially raunchy, he would rent them.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of how I got into him, I guess. Yeah, he loved
45 is great.
Animal House is one of his favorites. It's a great film. It really is. It's one of my favorite revenge films. That's for sure.
We did that for Terror in the Isles, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. It's so direct. Like, there's not a lot of room for guessing in that movie. That's for sure. It's this happens, and then all the rest of the thing. It sets off a chain of events. Porky's. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, my father rented those. Spring Break. Trying to think of all the ones. My Tutor. My dad had a crush on Joan Collins. So anything with Joan Collins, he would rent, like I said, Homework. And there was one called the Night Caller. I think she played a prostitute, I think. I never saw that one, though, and I've never seen it since. I don't know if anyone ever put it out or anything, but he loved Joan Collins.
Craig, Meatballs 4 with Corey Feldman, huh?
Yeah, I should have bought that. I probably should have bought that when I was at my friend's store. But I didn't.
3. I like 3 the best.
I was telling Joe about that.
Yeah, Miss 45, Royce. Love it. Good movie. Night of the Demons. Awesome.
Thriller. You know, I've never seen that, Royce.
A
Or
Cruel
Chris.
Picture?
Sorry. I've never seen it. I have it.
I know, because you always recommend it for controversial viewing. We haven't done it yet.
See, that's the whole thing with Night of the Demons. I did not care for that much when I first watched it.
Oh, that's
It
great.
wasn't until later on.
Yeah.
It was one of the ones, because Joe and I were talking about, we watched Hell Night the other night. And Joe explained that Hell Night is one of those movies like Prom Night that just kind of goes through him and he doesn't really remember. It doesn't stick with him.
Yeah, like I like it, but I just forget about it.
Right.
Not long after.
Well, that's the way Night of the Demons used to be for me. Like, I know I've seen it, and when I put it on, then I start remembering it. It starts to come back.
You even remember the lipstick scene?
Nope.
The nipstick.
Yeah. Again, Linnea Quigley.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Chris. I mean, I was gonna say we'll definitely have to do the extreme version when we watch Thriller. The random inserted.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like the Massacre at Central High. There's randomly inserted scenes.
No way.
In Thriller, yeah, that's what the whatever the cut is, like the extreme cut is.
Do I have the extreme cut?
I don't know. I mean, I do, and I only have the DVD. I have, because remember, whatever company released it,
Synapse.
Synapse maybe. They had released like the regular version, and they released the limited one that has like both copies on it. And I have the one with both.
Okay. I think Vinegar Syndrome put it out, didn't they?
Yeah. Which one do you have?
Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah. Then you should have both copies on there. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to watch that.
I haven't seen that, Brody. No.
What's that?
Arthur Malediction.
Sounds familiar.
Craig says, "So you know how Tony lives at the end of Sopranos?" Hey, Bones,
Brad
how you
will
doing?
tell you that he does. Hey, what's up, Mr. Bones?
So
really?
In theaters. That's cool.
All right, we gotta watch that soon, Joe.
What, Thriller?
Yeah, we gotta watch that soon.
You prevert.
I am a prevert. But people like controversial viewing. Why not? You know? Like I said, I have some for this year that I thought about, and believe me, we have no shortage of movies that have caused controversy in some way, shape, or
we can
form.
do that series forever.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's brothers. Thanks,
for
bro.
the like. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Porky's.
Hey, thank you so much. The Burning
Madman Sleepaway Camp. Yes, they are.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Those are three of my favorite camp slashers right there.
I tried to watch Sleepaway Camp last night when I was getting ready for bed.
Yeah?
Yeah. For some reason, the TV upstairs, it's not like a smart TV. Mm-hmm. So we have the cable, which has the widgets on there.
Yep.
And the widgets get YouTube, and now it gets Tubi as well. So I was looking through Tubi. I was like, I'll piss away 10, 15 minutes waiting for Corinne to finish whatever she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I put on Sleepaway Camp, but for some reason it wouldn't, probably because I didn't sign in, but it wouldn't play it. It said that the streaming content was unavailable at this time. I was like, damn.
Let me see.
Final Girls. Yes, that is
Final
such a
Girls.
great
Good.
movie.
Yep. Sleepaway Camp is one of my favorite lines in slasher history.
Read this guy. You won't be able to hear him because it goes into my hearing. Guy's name is Scott.
Mr. Frost. Movie.
Low.
What?
Beto. L. Capital
Mr.
L.
Frost. Thoughts on Return to Sleepaway Camp? We did that one, right? For
New York.
Positive Spin.
He is pro USA.
What's that?
And he's
Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Yes. Did we?
I think so.
Look it up.
I hope so.
Facebook. The guy is
freaking. But yeah, Brody, I like Return to Sleepaway Camp. It gets a lot of hate, but I like it.
I like Killer Joe a lot.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's Friedkin, right? William Friedkin.
Killer Joe.
Steam here.
Yeah.
3%.
I don't know. I just remember it has Emile Hirsch. What's his name?
There's Juno Temple,
Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey.
that's it. Matthew McConaughey. I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, that's a William Friedkin film. He directed it.
Good movie. Very
Yeah.
good. Oh, one of his other movies got a Criterion just recently. Sorcerer.
Yes,
Sorcerer?
and you know, I actually that's one of the Friedkin movies I still need to get because I don't have that one.
Yeah, it just got a Criterion.
Just for some reason, I've never come across it. Like I just can't
Me
find
neither. Me neither.
it. So I got to pick that up at some point. So
Yeah,
I pretty much have all of his others.
I think I do. Well, Night Moves was his, wasn't it?
No.
Night Moves. No. That's the one with Hackman, right?
Yes.
Who did that one?
Not Friedkin. Cruising, yes, Craig. Yep.
That's good. They made it. They made it to the Warp Tour.
Good. Yep, Friedkin did Bug. I love Bug. Good movie.
Yeah, that movie's
Habit
awesome.
from the 90s. Yep. No one really talks about that. Shadow Builder. We covered that one at one point for the Fangoria challenge.
Shadow Builder.
Shadow Builder.
I like that movie. I just wish that the print was better on the
movie's
MVP.
the movie, all right? You're gonna like it.
But
the movie is the movie. You're gonna like it. You liked Prom Night all those damn years. You couldn't even see the damn thing.
Yeah, that's true. Habit. Is that any good?
Oh, Brody, come on! I love Reborn. Said he loves Jeepers Creepers 1, 2, and 3, and Reborn is getting destroyed.
No.
I love Reborn.
Habit from the 90s has been forgotten. Is that a vampire movie?
There is a vampire movie called Habit. Yeah, I think that's the one from the 90s.
Is that the black and white one that you and I watched?
No, that was Night Owl.
No,
Habit is Larry Fessenden, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not a huge fan of his.
No, I don't think you are either, to be honest.
No, not really. I guess.
Now you want to talk about movies not sticking with you? His movies do not stick.
The Trump Parade and is it Gay Pride?
I remember when we did Wendigo. That was Fangoria too, right? Was it Fangoria?
That sucked.
Yeah, Wendigo. I've watched that.
Twice.
I've watched that multiple times now, and I just
can't. The other one, the last winter I watched, that was okay, but the CGI was atrocious.
Grim Prairie Tales, that's a good one. Right,
I really like to see that.
Lost on VHS still. Near
Dark.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yep. What did we watch Near Dark for? Because we definitely did that too. What was that?
Oh, guess what I did? Speaking of Near Dark, you know I have the Blu-ray, right?
Yeah, I do too.
So I got rid of my Anchor Bay, the Digipack.
Yeah.
So I was like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
So I had to take it out of that pile and put it back in my collection. I don't know why I did that. I might have to go through the rest of my stuff to make sure I didn't do something else stupid.
Yeah.
I like that Digipack.
Royce, I'm more of a Lost Boys guy than Near Dark, but I do like Near Dark a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm more of a Lost Boys too.
Lost Boys has the carnival setting. I love the cast in that one. The music. It's got it all for me.
He wants to go to bed.
I like the comic book store, the video store.
I think he sleeps with Kirsten.
Yep, Frostbiter. Good movie.
With Jay and
I've never seen that damn movie.
Trauma. We were going to do it when we were going to do Trauma that time for monthly theme, and then we stopped doing it.
I don't have it.
Sometimes he gets up in the bed.
Yeah, but I remember we talked about it. And that was one you had talked about. You were saying, "Oh, maybe I should get Frostbiter because you wanted to see it."
Sure. Yeah, I have been wanting to.
I have it on VHS.
Don't worry. They don't go out to the bathroom before. They do.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, Terror Tract, John Ritter, the horror anthology.
I've never seen that either.
I have that on a double feature DVD with Cherry Falls.
Yeah, yeah. Is that an Anchor Bay double feature?
No, I forget who released it, but that thing was so friggin' expensive for a while because it was the
Yeah.
only. Well, first of all, it's the only way to get TerraTrack, and then secondly, it was the only way to get Cherry Falls at the time until Scream Factory released it. So
I wonder why they release one and not the other. Because they usually go for, if there's a double feature, they go for both the films.
yeah, I don't know. Yep,
Hmm.
Cherry Falls, correct. I was actually thinking about Cherry Falls the other day. I don't know
I like that
why.
movie. It's
Yeah,
fun.
something reminded me of it. I was like, I kind of feel like watching that, and then I
Oh,
forgot. And
good
then I
job, Craig.
nice.
Good job. $10. Can't beat that. Ron Asherton. I watched a movie with Ron Asherton in it the other day. I can't remember what it was.
So did you see on Jess's thing that somebody bought a whole bunch of her supplies for her classroom? Jessica?
Yeah.
Someone bought a lot of the supplies for her wish list.
Everything, she said.
I'll have to check that out, especially
I
since
think
it's
she
an
has
anthology.
TerraTrack.
TerraTrack.
Said,
Genre has always been one of my favorites. Oh, they made it to the concert.
Megan asked her to post her.
All right. They made it to the hotel, guys.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
talking about that.
Yeah.
Right on the sign.
Ron Asherton. 15 years ago. Then what did I see him in? Was it Satan's Little Helper? I watched him. He was in something recently that I saw. All right, not gonna look it up.
Nice,
It's
Joe. Yeah,
bothering
it's a
me.
good DVD, good double feature. Have you
What?
seen Where the Dead Go to Die? I don't think so.
No,
When
I've never
did
seen
that
that
come
one.
out?
I don't know. Where the Dead Go to Die. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where do they go to die? And if they're already dead, why are they going
Orville.
somewhere?
It's Orville. Where the dead
He's getting
go
old looking.
to die.
John Stamos.
This does not look familiar to me.
Yeah,
No.
that is John Stamos. I thought it was.
Oh, it's an animated horror anthology film.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Huh. That does sound like fun.
Paces are up by 3 at halftime, by the way.
Pacers are?
Yep. And they're leading the series 2-1.
It's their year. Here's the question: have they ever won a championship before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Because last time they even came close, I think, was when they had Reggie Miller.
Guess you don't want me to.
Well, they won 3 actually, but not since the 70s.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no, they never won the NBA championship. They won 3 championships. Okay, because that was all in the ABA back in the 70s. Before they were in the NBA. So they've never won an NBA championship. So we were right about that. But they won 3 ABA championships before
That
joining
doesn't
the
count.
NBA. That's funny.
Ron Asherton. Okay. What was he in that I just saw?
Are you sleeping downstairs? Are you sleeping downstairs?
No, I'm asleep over right now.
Predestination.
You don't
That's
have
not
to
it.
pull the bed out.
Oh, he was Mosquito.
You want some?
There you
I'll
go.
just sleep.
He was in Frostbiter.
You need blankets probably.
He was in Hellmaster.
Yeah, where are they?
He was in The
There's some
Carrier.
there. They probably have dog hair on them. Don't warn.
I'm covered already.
Yeah.
Legions of the Night. Legion of the Night.
Already too. I'll probably just wear the same thing tomorrow because it's gonna all turn out to look the same.
Did a lot of soundtracks. Yeah, that's a weird one. And I loved Mosquito. I thought it was fun. It was a blast.
A blast.
It was a blast from the past. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I think this might have been the first time in a long time that I actually didn't watch any Friday the 13th movies today.
Still time.
I'm out of the club.
And on Jason's birthday, it's actually June 13th, too.
Damn. Ron passed January 09. Okay.
Hey, Annette, happy Friday the 13th.
Hey, Annette.
Hey, Verge, happy Friday the 13th to you.
Yeah, man. What's everybody doing for Halloween? I mean, yeah. Jesus.
For Halloween?
For Friday the 13th. I got Halloween on the brain.
What's everyone doing for Flag Day tomorrow?
Is tomorrow Flag Day?
It is?
June 14th.
June 14th. Comes right after it was Saturday the 14th.
We always used to have to go on.
So the 14th strikes back.
Saturday the 14th strikes back.
Did you watch any Friday the 13th movies today, Annette or Verge?
Somebody better not. I can't be in this by myself.
After they make them go if they're not in school. I mean, I didn't.
And they're probably all on Paramount Plus, I would imagine.
Well, like I said, either way, they're on Pluto, and that's free, so.
Packing boxes tomorrow, moving in 10 days. Ooh. Well, as long as that's a good thing.
Where are you moving, Craig? You coming to the U.S.?
Yeah, man.
Just make sure you do it legally. Verge not doing anything. Nope, did not watch anything. Jay, you know, I've owned Crawl since it came out, and I still haven't watched the damn thing.
I have seen it, and I like it. I try to get Joe to watch it, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I for some reason,
He doesn't listen.
I always forget about it, and then when I'm looking for something else, I'll see it on the shelf, and I'll be like, "Oh, it's Crawl."
It's Crawl. I've owned it for a long time, but I won't watch it.
Brody still hasn't seen any Friday the 13th. You gotta check him out.
Ooh.
Brody Stevenson. Check him out for sure.
Oh man, I wish I could be in your shoes right now.
Annette says she's gonna watch the original later, maybe part 3. Nice. I watched part 3 earlier and the final chapter, and then part 5 just ended.
We should have done a top 3 special for Friday. Top 3 Friday the 13th movies. Actually, why not? Top 3 Friday the 13th movies. Everyone who's seen them. Joe?
254.
Okay.
In that
I
order.
am oh, that's tough. 251.
1.
I love 1, dude.
That freaking chase scene.
It doesn't bother me.
You call it a pace scene.
A pace scene. It's a pace car. She's a pace car.
No, I love 1 too, but I like the others.
I know. Every time we talk about it, I get to hear about that damn chase scene.
Brody, yep, I've seen The Happening, and I do like it, even though people hate it.
It's fun.
I think it's an awesome concept.
Acting is terrible, but it's fun. First 3, best. Yeah, I get that.
I mean, you never mean to.
Oh, Nail Gun Massacre.
Yep.
Yeah. It's fun.
Brody loves The Happening. Good.
Hey.
Awesome.
It's an interesting movie. It really is.
I have never liked part 5, even as a fan following. I love part 5. It's I was saying earlier, Verge, it's my wife's favorite one.
It's I've always liked part 5. And maybe it's the weirdness of it. Maybe it's the constant nudity.
I love all the
Maybe.
characters though. It's like there's so many characters, and it's such a high body count. You got Reggie the Reckless. It's
Yep.
great. So much fun. It's set on Halloween, around Halloween.
Yeah.
So.
Part 5 is awesome.
I didn't forget about you.
Oh, what's she doing?
That's from there. Oh, it did show. Alrighty. Who wants to go pee pee?
Oh, that hurt real bad. I gotta take out my legs, man. So you want to go pee pee, and they're taking out my leg. Yeah, I mean, I understand, and people who are huge Jason fans, I guess I can understand why they wouldn't like Part 5. I mean, it was a radical difference, but it still has that. It still has that thing that all Friday the 13th have. It has the over-the-top gore.
Yeah, it feels like a Friday the 13th, regardless.
It does. It does. And it actually probably, don't quote me, it has a higher body count than a lot of them.
It does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
It has the highest with the, if you don't include like Jason blowing up the space shuttle and stuff in Jason X.
Yeah.
It has the highest body count of all the Friday the 13th movies.
Really?
Yes. Roy in one single movie killed more people in a single movie than Jason killed in any other single movie. Again, not including blowing up the space.
But. You talking to me? Oh, I thought you was talking to me.
Oh boy, Craig. Oh boy. Night of Something Strange, another great and funny horror movie. Nice.
I almost bought that when I was at the last convention I was at. That's an SRS movie, if I remember correctly. Isn't it?
I'm not sure. Could very well be.
Some of their stuff is okay. Night.
Now you're looking it up.
I am. That's one of the things I love about YouTube. You know, there's a lot of crap that goes along with YouTube, but whenever somebody either recommends something or talks about something, I'm curious.
Yeah, that's why I love doing like the top 3s and stuff like that, because you learn about different movies sometimes.
I've learned a lot from Annette. I've learned a lot from Dan. I've learned a lot from everyone who's participated.
Tuesday Top Tuesday was like that. There was so many movies I was like, hey, what the hell is this?
Yeah. This is the one I almost bought. And I think this is from SRS. It's about a sorority sisters or something. Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, Julius Slade. Poor Julius thought he could take on Jason. He tried. Got to give him credit. And got his head knocked off.
Your brother, he's already tired.
I'll check it out. I got 4.7. I'll check it out, Craig. I think it was Craig, wasn't it?
I think it was Jay.
Jay? I'll check it out. I'll see if I can find it somewhere.
I don't think he will.
I've been there. I've been there, Craig. Now, did you talk to him before he took her out, or did you talk to him when they broke up? Actually, I did both of them, but I think the breakup one was the best because I wasn't trying to be an asshole. Sometimes I just have that effect on people.
Maybe they have.
Last horror-related film I watched was Harbinger Down. I liked that movie. I didn't think it was bad at all. A lot of people crapped all over Harbinger Down, and when I found it at a thrift store, I took it home and watched it. And well, I like Lance Hendrickson, so that's a plus. And I thought it was pretty fun for a low budget monster movie sort of thing. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Harbinger Down was one. It was supposed to have been either a remake or it had some kind of controversy with it.
You know what I'm curious to see when it comes out on Blu-ray? Sinners.
Come on, Bowie.
Yeah, I am
So
too.
you realize it's now the second highest grossing horror movie of all time in North America?
You're kidding, right?
I'm not. It's literally
Why?
it from 2017 is number 1, then Sinners, and then number 3 is Jaws. Number 4 is The Exorcist. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Yep.
I've heard it got, decent marks, decent reviews.
I'm
It's just
definitely
I'm
curious
I'm
about it.
not into vampire movies. I'm just not.
Is that what it
I'll
is?
watch
I don't
that
even
one.
know what it is.
It's I watched a bunch of reviews on it. It's like it has, what did they say? It's like From Dusk Till Dawn a little bit, and it has vampire sort of tie-ins.
You're basically pulling the rug from underneath me right now. Now I'm not so excited to see it.
All I have to say, gets her eyes cut out.
Someone won't come in.
You got to use the mean voice.
I tried.
Almost.
He's having fun out there.
Have you seen it, Annette? She said she's curious about what our takes will be when we see it.
Well, if it's different, that's one of the things I always say when we talk about vampire movies. I've never been a real big vampire fan, but if it's something different, or if it's something that's somewhat original,
I mean,
I'm usually down for it.
Regardless, we're gonna get it because we're gonna have to do it for 2025 ranking.
Right.
With it being, it's clearly the biggest horror movie of the year so far. So, regardless, it's one we're gonna watch. So we'll definitely be talking about it at some point.
When we get back, I'm ordering The Woman in the Yard.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have that to watch soon.
Let's go to Walmart and get it.
That's where I'm getting it from, but I'm going to have them ship it because they, remember I told you we had to go there and they fucked us over the other day. $10, they give a $10 coupon for any thing over $15. So I'll just order it from there. I was going to do it before, but then I didn't want to sit out in the heat while we were here.
Yeah.
So I just got it on DVD. I don't need it on Blu-ray.
That's what I got it on too. That's all they had at Walmart.
Who just said that? Just Craig.
Let's scare Jessica
to death. Uh-huh.
It's melatonin. Let's put Jessica to sleep.
Hey, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. That part, Craig will be able to identify with this because he just saw it, I guess. That part where she's coming out of the lake with that white dress, man, I saw that when I was a little kid. I'm gonna shit my pants.
Annette said she's in the minority and saying it was just okay. Okay, Sinners.
Interesting.
I guess we shall see.
That's the thing about Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Yes, it's a vampire film, but it's got so many more layers to it. That's one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of it as well.
I barely remember anything about that movie.
What?
Let's Get Jessica to Death.
Didn't we do that for Fangoria?
We did, and I've seen it before. I've seen it before Fangoria. There's another one apparently that doesn't stick.
I know you enjoyed it. I know you did because you said you did.
Yeah, but I don't think I liked it as much as I thought it was going to.
I love it. I love the how she does the etchings in the beginning on the gravestones.
No.
That's so cool.
I gotta watch it.
You don't remember that, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll watch it with you.
Liked Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. I've been curious about that.
Salem's Lot from '79. Yep. Good movie.
Oh, that's great. And I like the second one.
Can you get him?
Return?
Yeah.
I like the one with Rob Lowe too.
Yeah, me too. Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, Brody, Jason and I are huge fans of Halloween Ends, so we're definitely, no argument from us there. We've talked about that one quite a bit in the past. Has everyone in the chat seen Final Destination Bloodlines yet? Did a short review of that when it first came out. Yeah, Craig, he was in Stir of Echoes 2. I think that was the first movie we did for Seldom Seen. I think that was the very first one. I have not, Verge. Brody hasn't seen any of the Final Destination movies. Okay. Annette, you saw it. Nice. What'd you think? Yeah, it's a great scene, Slade. That's like the iconic scene from that movie, that miniseries. Yeah, I mean,
Give them all
Craig, I'm the same way. I mean, the finale to Final Destination 5 was amazing, but honestly, 6 was much better than I expected to like it just because they're fun, but it was much better than I expected it to be. And it does all connect, so I would say definitely check it out. Oh, nice, Verge. See you, Brody. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, Brody. Surprised. Fairly decent turnout for Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Maybe there aren't a lot of people streaming. Danny played. Really? Huh.
What?
Wait a minute. He was in. Okay. So that was 79. Red Dawn was in 84.
Oh, speaking of, that's what Jay watched last night. He watched the 2 Red Dawn movies. This is the first time he watched them.
Both of them?
Yeah, that's where he is on his like his watch through his collection. So he watched
that's cool.
both Red Dawn for the first time.
Okay, what do you think of the oh wow. First time?
Yeah, he had never seen. I got them for him for Christmas, I think. Because I always get like movies that he asks for, and then I always get him like some movies that I think he'll like.
Yeah.
So I had found like another copy of like the two disc set. You know how Walmart had them for a while?
Yeah.
It came with both Red Dawn in the box. So I got him one of those, and he watched both of them yesterday, and I figured he would like them, but he actually liked them more than I thought he would. Like he was really into them.
The first movie, I remember. Look, okay, we have to go back to when 1984 was and what was going on at the time. And I always hated when people said that the first one is so improbable. Okay, it's a movie. And the movie is supposed to reflect the times.
But it's weird that I find it more realistic than a lot of other movies.
I do as well.
And that's what he was saying. He was saying he's actually found it scarier than most horror movies.
Especially with what's going on in today's climate.
Yeah, and I actually thought he was going to prefer the remake, and he liked it a lot, but he preferred the original.
Now, what do you prefer, Joe?
I mean, I prefer the original for the nostalgia, but I really do like the remake. I think it got, it's unfairly hated. I'm glad we did it for Positive Spin, but I don't know. I do find it scary, the original. I think it's realistic. Like, what the hell? How else would it be?
I agree with you. However, I prefer the original to
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The original, I do.
The new one is pretty realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Verge. I don't know. I mean,
she thinks it's going to start a bunch of shit.
Verge is not like the best horror anthology. I like it because it has John Ritter, which is cool. All the that's unmoving. This with Salem. Thought you meant Salem, Mass for a second, Craig. I was going to say, whoa. Yeah, Dan, that's what I have as well. That's what my son was watching the Walmart 2-pack.
Yeah, I never got that. Yeah. Yeah, John Ritter was one of my favorites. He was always one of my favorites.
I mean, they all pretty much use CGI.
Yeah, they do. They're the accidents are so massive when they happen that I don't think they can kind of get around that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Is there one that didn't use CGI? I didn't think even the first one had to use some kind of CGI.
Oh, sure, because of a plane crash. I mean, you're not gonna.
They've all used.
I don't
CGI.
think they have the budget for that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm, you know me. I'm all for practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
But
sometimes you have to.
But yeah, at the same time, I mean, I don't avoid movies because of CGI. It'd be missing way too much.
You growling at me again?
Yep.
Huh? Yeah, they're in the refrigerator.
Yeah, Craig. We go to Salem every year in October. Just tell them to watch the Lords of Salem. I'm telling you, if any movie captures a place, it truly does capture it. Whether you like the movie or not, the fact that it was filmed there, as someone again who's been to Salem every year for the last, I don't know, 15 years, I can assure you that Salem is exactly how it looks in the Lords of Salem. Like, it is spot on.
Yeah, you were even telling me about all the places that you've been, and
yeah, I've been to literally all those locations, and
yeah,
it's true. Like, watching that movie, I feel like I'm there. It captures it perfectly. I can like smell Salem when I watch that movie.
Well, there's a flood watch for DC. Oh, you better! I'll bust you.
It's gonna be crazy there tomorrow with the parades and stuff.
The parade, the Warped Tour. There's going to be another parade there.
All of the protest plan as well, so it's going to be crazy.
I think there's a Pride parade down there too.
Tomorrow?
I think.
Maybe not. There's something going on. There's 3 things at once.
I'm going to bust you. I am going to bust you. Why you gotta treat me like your little bitch? Why you gotta do it? See the way he treats me?
Yeah.
He pushes me around. He's like, you're gonna rub me, and that's all there's gonna be to it, or else I'm gonna bark at you.
I know, it was already.
Watch. If I ignore him, he'll do it again. Oh, now you're doing the yeah. Some bitch. What? Oh, it was last Saturday. Oh boy. Hey man, you're pissing me off. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't do it. He wants me to rub him until he falls asleep. Then again, most guys do. So.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, I prefer practical effects too, but unfortunately, in the time we're living in.
And you know, a lot of the CGI effects now are done a lot better than they were, of course, in the past. So it's easier to take for me.
Yeah, it's easier to overlook them. I mean, again, I 100% prefer practical, but I would barely be seeing any new horror films if I avoided CGI altogether.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Just how it is.
Shut the fuck up.
Craig, The Final Reckoning. No. Mission Impossible.
Oh,
I'm gonna bust you. The Final Reckoning. Oh, the Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible, yeah.
I haven't. I'll get it. I'll get it when it comes out.
Me too.
Because I have all the rest of them.
Me
And
too.
I'm still. I'm gonna bust you. I'm still 2 down. I didn't see the last one, and I haven't seen this one. But I had the last one. I just never watched it.
oh, there's one in Silver
I
Spring.
think I've only ever watched the first 3.
Well, the first one's essential because it's Brian De Palma.
Yeah.
First one's actually one of my least favorite too. I hate
Yep.
to say it.
Me too. Well, of the 3 that I've seen, I think 1 is my least favorite of the first 3.
Look, I love Brian De Palma. You know I love Brian De Palma. It just wasn't his. I mean, I liked a lot of the stuff that was in it, but
Yeah,
it's just.
well,
Do I say it's not his genre? Maybe.
Annette, yeah. I mean, again, don't get me wrong. I wish they couldn't use practical effects. It's just, and I get it. Yeah, CGI blood usually annoys me too, but it just seems more and more filmmakers are using it now.
Cheaper.
It's cheaper. Yeah, you don't have to refilm things if you get a wrong take. You got to wash up and do it all over again. You save so much time using the CGI blood. Unfortunately,
even Rob Zombie uses it.
I get it, but
you better leave me alone. I'll bust you. You're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret it. Yeah, I like all the Mission Impossible movies. I just happen to like the first one. I'm gonna bust you. I just happen to like the first one probably the least. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move over this way so I can rub you so you're not bullying me. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him looking at me. He's like, motherfucker, you better get to it.
So you're just gonna sit there and not show me attention?
Yeah, basically. That's what he does. Shitbird. He's a shitbird.
It's what one of my cats will do, Gideon, the rescue. Like if I'm sitting there, like I'll know he'll be sitting there staring at me, like, come on. And if I take too long to like show him attention, he will get on my lap no matter what I'm doing. I can be in the middle of eating, I can be in the middle of doing whatever. And he will find a way to get on my lap, and then he puts like his head like on my face because he wants like head kisses. He's so lovable.
Well, I mean, you guys saved him.
Yeah. It's just amazing to me like how lovable of a cat he is. It's like, who let you go?
You know, he may not have always been like that too. I mean, cats they remember shit like that.
He is. It's like on another level. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He has like attachment issues with me. Like he'll wait outside the bathroom door and everything.
Like a dog?
Yes.
Jeez.
He literally has attachment issues. If I'm around upstairs, forget it. He's got to be everywhere I am.
Oh. He seems like a really nice cat.
Oh, he's amazing. He's such a good boy.
I was kind of, I was like, damn, they're gonna get another cat.
Is that
This one that they saved, yeah.
Oh.
That they don't forget. I'm telling you, they have feelings. They have souls. They don't forget.
He definitely didn't forget.
Yeah.
He's, like I said, it's like on another level. He's so lovable.
I love Mission 1. I don't hate it. I just I'm a big Brian De Palma fan, and I actually never knew that he directed that, and I was never the hugest fan of the first one. So when I found out he directed it, I was like, meh.
I actually saw the first 3 in theaters, and
really,
I remember seeing that one in theaters and kind of leaving kind of disappointed. Like I didn't dislike it, but I was just kind of like, eh. Happy Friday the 13th, Decepticon.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for joining
Hey,
us.
Decepticon. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a practical guy myself. Like I said, I was telling Joe the other night I watched Mosquito for the first time. And I had a lot of fun with it because it was like they were all made, like the big mosquitoes were made. And then there was like a couple scenes in the movie, if you've ever seen it, where they're trying to get away and the mosquitoes are following them. And that was all CGI. And I was like, really? Did you have to do that?
It's like
I understand what they were going for, and it did add a little bit of a kind of a weird charm to the film, but I much prefer practical effects.
a good example
And
is a good example is, and I know it's low budget, so they had to. But that movie Freshwater with the
yes,
crocodile, like
yep,
first of all, I actually think that's a really good movie. Like I love the whole
it is.
concept to it. It's just it's unfortunate that they had to use the
Oh
CGI.
my god, it's
But
atrocious.
honestly, if it wasn't that movie, I feel like is really good. Like
Yeah, it
the
was probably
concept.
due to a financial thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a low budget film. But
Yeah,
like it's a really good movie. Like I love the concept behind it.
yeah, Jurassic Park. That's one I've been thinking about lately, Joe. The
Oh
Jurassic
yeah.
Park films, because we got a new
Oh
one
yeah.
coming out. That's another one I'm looking
Yes.
forward to. I don't know if Royce is
I've been
still.
in the mood to watch the first one again.
Oh my god,
Jurassic
it's so
Park.
good.
I know.
It's so good.
Have you seen Skeeter?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I was gonna say, what did you prefer, that or Mosquito?
Skeeter, that's probably expensive and out of print because that's on the extra 1 and 2 triple pack.
It is. It was also released separately too.
Really?
Mhm.
Maybe I'll see if somebody has it. Is it does that about big mosquitoes too?
It's like toxic waste dump kind of thing, and
Hell yeah.
it sets off the bloodthirsty mosquitoes. You know, they become like mutant mosquitoes.
Well, this the mosquito one that I just saw was actually they were outer space. They were from outer space,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me. But it was just, God damn, it was fun. Gunnar Hansen was in it.
Buck Flowers and Skeeter.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll see if it's available somewhere.
I watched the new thriller from Tyler Perry called Straw. The ending pissed me off. I don't think I even know about that one. Interesting.
I haven't heard that one either. Last one I saw that he did that was a thriller was Obsessed. Thriller. Yeah, it was a thriller. And I watched him in Alex Cross. I thought he was pretty good in that. That's
Oh, I
like
just came up
almost
with
like a
Netflix.
horror movie. Have you ever seen that, Joe?
No.
It's a serial killer movie.
Hmm.
It's not bad, and he's a good actor. I was always curious because you see him doing Medea, and you wonder if if he could really act. He was pretty good. Oh, it just came to Netflix. All right.
Have you
Love, Death,
seen?
and
I think you
Robots.
have. I think we talked about this. Have you seen Temptation from Tyler Perry?
Is that the one about the maybe that's it. Maybe it wasn't Obsessed. Is Temptation the one about the
Let's call it The Infection.
oh yes. It's the
Yeah.
story of the
Yeah.
the psychiatrist.
Yes.
Yes.
That one
It
was
was pretty
good.
good.
That
Yeah.
was a good movie.
Yeah. Did I send you that?
No, I actually got that when it first came out because for some reason, when the trailers of that movie were out, when the movie first came out, I was like, why does this look so damn good? Like for some
Yeah.
reason, I was just drawn to the trailers. It was a really good marketing for it. So when it got released on Blu-ray, I remember buying it at Target. I remember buying it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check this out. And I think it was the first Tyler Perry movie I had actually watched. And
It's really good.
I was like, damn, this is pretty damn good. And it's not my usual type of movie because it's just more
Yeah,
like a drama, but it gets dark.
it
So
does. It does.
it gets
The
dark.
Infection. I knew exactly what you were talking about
Yeah,
then.
it's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Decepticon. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Clown in a cornfield.
Oh, there you go. Love, Death, and Robots. Huh. Look, Craig, I love Jurassic Park 3. I love it. I think it's
Oh
great.
yeah. Yeah.
Joe and I, when we did when we watched them all again for our ranking, you can lay your head back. I am rubbing you, so settle
Ray's
down.
great with the T-Rex running through the neighborhood.
Yes.
That's
I
awesome.
love the pterodactyls and all. It's just awesome.
Like you look out your yard, they're in like the suburban neighborhood, and the T-Rex is just looking through the window. It's great.
Yeah, it's
Definitely in that.
awesome.
Definitely.
Buck Flowers one, yeah, I like Buck Flowers.
But yeah, Jurassic Park, the original. Man, I've been thinking about it. That one too.
It's a solid franchise for me. Really is.
I had a blast watching those.
Yeah. And they're longer movies too. It's not something that we usually engage in.
I remember when we watched Jurassic Park that we were like, Jesus, like why did we not like this as much as we do right now? We were like really into, I mean, there was something about it this last time we watched it.
Well, I think it would have been so long since either one of us had seen it.
Yeah.
It's like getting the magic back for some reason.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It's pretty amazing. And I like where they went with the majority of the stories. I mean, Fallen Kingdom, which was the
second to last.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably, I think it might have been my least favorite.
I think so.
But I liked it still. It was still good.
Actually, I had that either last or second to last.
Yeah. It's just such a solid franchise, like the Ralphie movies we were talking about. It's such a solid franchise. And I like to say that when I do my ranking because it's only like minute differences which separate these films.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and in any given moment, if I was in a different mood or in a mood to watch something different, a lot of those movies might be differently spaced.
Well, like you said, while we were watching them, I think with the Ralphie franchise, it's really how each one hits you personally, because they're so real, like they're based on, Gene Shepard's real life. Like these are things that actual happen to him. These are things that happen to people. Like they're these, despite when they took place, they're timeless tales that we all go through. So. Like for me, like, one of them that ranks very high for me is that situation I told you with like meeting the family and stuff like that. Cause that one really just hits home. Like I felt like I was in the movie. I was like, this has happened to me.
Yeah. Culture shock.
It just nails it. Craig says if Bryce got
that would have been really cool, Craig.
Craig said if Bryce got nude in Jurassic World, it would be ranked number 1.
Yeah, she's a cutie pie.
What would Ron think of that?
Yeah.
And her Uncle Clint. I have not seen the new animated Predator film, Decepticon.
Oh my God, I gotta see that, man. So many people are raving about it.
I know.
Dan,
I wish it wasn't animated. I am, but animated stuff.
Oh, I don't care. I saw a little bit of the animation. I'm all in.
Have live action.
Oh, I would too, but I mean, the way the animation was,
it does look cool. Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen shots of it. Yeah,
yeah. And I'm looking forward. That's another one I'm looking forward to is the new Predator film. After, yeah. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. Alien has me a little pissed off, a little miffed. Well, unfortunately, you've turned me into you now in certain ways where, for me, a series is too much time to invest.
It is.
And now you have Alien Earth that's coming out. And I really, well, not to mention the fact that I don't have FX anymore. I don't really want to invest the time.
And it's not even investing the time when you're watching it for the first time. It's the fact that when you want to do marathons of a series later on, what the hell do? You watch all the movies and you get to the series and you watch it again. If you're lucky enough that they release it on DVD, which many times they don't because they're TV series. It's like, that was just one of my many issues with the Chucky TV show. Like, especially the fact that he wants to do a new Child's Play movie following the TV series. So we're supposed to go back and rewatch all of the Chucky TV series in order to watch the new movie? No. Like I'm
And
not.
believe
I'm not.
me, you didn't watch as much of it as I did, and of course I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
But a lot of changes happened.
Yeah, I only made it through like the first couple episodes of season 2.
There were a lot of changes. So new
just
rules to play by.
like that's the problem. I mean, if you're gonna do something, do it like the Scream TV series where it's not connected to the movies.
Exactly. Well, it can still be connected, but it can also be its own thing.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't have to watch
Same universe,
season TV
same
show,
universe, but you don't need to watch it to
see the
watch
next film.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey, Brody, welcome back.
And we're talking about the Scream franchise, which I love, and I love the Scream series as well. Even the last season, which is my least favorite, I still like it.
It's still enjoyable. Happy Friday the 13th, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Now that is my most anticipated new horror movie coming next February. So we still got to Scream 7.
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait. And you know, Scream 8 is already official, right? It's already in pre-production.
Oh wow.
So
I really wish the things that happened didn't happen.
Well, here's the thing. They watched the footage of Scream 7, the production company, and they immediately told Kevin Williamson they want him to direct Scream 8. So they clearly like what they see with 7, which is good.
Right.
And he's on to do Scream 8. So he's pretty much going to write the script and he's going to direct it. So which I like because it's his world. He created this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I love Wes Craven. I'm not taking anything away from Wes, but Kevin wrote he wrote these characters. He wrote the screenplay. Like Scream is his baby.
What they've done since unfortunately Wes passed, I think has been stellar. It's not like I wouldn't want Wes to still be here directing Scream films, but I think that they've left I think he would have been proud.
Oh, for sure. Brody, you got some great stuff ahead of you. He still hasn't seen the Scream franchise either, but we'll get to it soon.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I would love to be able to go back and watch those for the first time.
Yeah, me too.
Oh
man, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but Jesus,
yeah.
Can you imagine seeing that ending again for part 1 for the first time?
Oof.
Oh,
Decepticon, the Chucky TV show was too much like Seed of Chucky. Oh, yes, it was. It was too much of something.
I didn't like the series.
Yep.
It started out okay.
It started strong and then it went tanked.
Yep. Rest in peace, Wes Craven. He was an amazing director.
Oh, so bad. It's a shame what happened to him.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I saw Deadly Friend in the theaters. Did I ever tell you that?
You have. Deadly Friend was a favorite of mine when I was young because they used to come on TV. Used to come on TV a lot.
Yeah.
It was like one of those like weekend, Saturday afternoon movie kind of things, and I used to watch that a lot. It always just came out around Halloween and Thanksgiving because it takes place during Halloween and Thanksgiving.
I think I kind of am like you in this way, where I think I watched it too much when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't watch it as much now, just like Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
I don't watch it as much now because I used to burn that movie out.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack too with Fastway. But I used to watch Deadly Friend all the time. Such a good movie. It's cheesy, it's silly, but it's just so damn fun.
Yeah, Decepticon, the basketball kill is like one of my favorite kills ever.
Yes.
It's amazing. And then her body just runs around like a chicken with its head cut off.
Yeah. Especially that lady, the throw mama from the train lady.
Yeah, Mama Fratelli, the Goonies.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to part 7. I like 5 and 6. I hope 7 is a backward step over Sid's story. Well,
I mean, you can blame Melissa Barrera for that one. Unfortunately, she's gonna.
You never know. They may kill her off.
Sydney?
Yeah.
Sydney has a no-kill contract.
Are you kidding me?
She had it since like the beginning. Yeah.
That's no fun.
I mean, Don't get me wrong; those things can obviously change, but she had a no-kill clause from the beginning.
Deja vu. Deja vu's a rough one, Chris. Oh my God. Oh. Such a disappointment. It's so long too. I'm like, is this real? Who the hell couldn't edit a 2 hours and what is hell? It's almost like Terrifier 2.
And then the nudity we get in that one with that.
Oh
God, the female villain.
Oh.
Like what? Why? Who asked for that?
Oh.
Oh man.
The kills at Friday the 13th. Yeah. Did you make it to the wheelchair kill yet, Brody? Craig. Terrifier 4 will probably be 4 hours long. It just look, I love Terrifier 3, and it made me like Terrifier 2 a lot more than I did originally.
Yeah.
But man, they don't have to be that long. Come on. I mean, getting me to sit anywhere for a while like that.
Decepticon. Her name is Anne Ramsey, by the way, in real life.
Who?
Mama Fratelli.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she passed away. What was it? 2000s? Early?
Probably.
Yeah. She was in a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Friday the 13th. Still can't believe I didn't watch any of them today. I'll make up for it. I'll watch part 2 3 or 4 times next week. Like, that's like twisting arms, right? So if I say, hey, Joe, why don't we watch Friday the 13th part 2? Okay.
One of the best horror movies ever.
Having a wheelchair yet? Kill. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, poor Mark. Didn't even get to get a nut in. Poor guy. With her shitty drawers.
He won the arm wrestling and everything.
I know, really? He probably won the hockey game too.
Speaking of I Spit on Your Grave, for my disturbing cinema discussion, I've decided to switch with Imprint. Interesting.
Really? I applaud you, Chris. Joe and I will be discussing that a little further along down the line.
Yeah, we have a video for Imprint already filmed, Chris, so that'll be coming for controversial view.
It's I did not remember it being as brutal as it was.
It is, and it's actually really good.
Yeah, it is. And I don't, you know me, I didn't really care for Billy Drago that much, but he's really good in that.
Yeah, I feel like he works in that role.
Yeah,
he's good in that. I really liked that episode. Like that one.
I do too.
Yeah, that one really impressed me this time around.
The location
is freaking amazing.
It's fantastic. It really is. There are actually not many, and we're going to eventually do this too. We're going to do Masters of Horror, of course, and probably Fear itself, because I need to watch the rest of those too. But there aren't many. If there's one I can, I still like that one. Dream Cruise is probably my least favorite. I think I was talking to you about that. And that's probably my least favorite, and I still like it.
Yeah.
So, and the one episode we watched of Fear itself,
we watched 2.
Bless you. That was good. I like that.
We watched 2, right?
Did you pick one and I picked one?
Yeah, because it was for anthologies of horror, so we each did it.
Yes.
Craig, we just film like way in advance. Like we have all our videos done for the rest of the year right now, so that's why we're able to get ahead. Well, sometimes we'll film just like a ton of stuff at once, and then we'll go through periods where we don't, and then we just have like a schedule to it. Decepticon, yeah, Ted is still at that bar. He made it out alive, which is awesome.
Yeah, I like Ted.
I still think Jason should have picked up his mask and put it on for one of the kills at least, though. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Would have been like Son of Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, my son's been watching the first season throughout the year because he has season 1. He's been watching those.
Oh, it's so good. I wanted to watch a few of them, especially, of course, John Carpenter, because I like John Carpenter. And when I saw Cigarette Burns, I was hooked.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah, and I had to watch the rest. And I think I did a good thing when I picked them. My first 3 ones that I watched were Cigarette Burns, the one with Coscarelli.
Yeah, Incident on Off of Mountain Road.
That one, and Pick Me Up. And all 3 of those are fantastic.
That's what Jay just watched the other day, Pick Me Up, because he's on the P's, obviously. So
it's I mean, those are so good. I even liked, a lot of people shit on Dance of the Dead. And while it's not my favorite, I do like it though. I'm not big on zombies. I like what I like, but Dance of the Dead is pretty damn good.
Yeah, Craig, that's what I was saying. Decepticon, I wanted to like Trap, but I hate movies that give away the killer the moment the film starts. See, when it first started, I was thinking, maybe it's not him. Maybe it could be like his wife. Maybe he's like covering for his wife or covering for something, So it wasn't. And then when you realize that it's definitely him, it's more of like, okay, now you're following him. Like, will he get away with this? Like, how is he going to get out of this situation? How is he going to get out of this situation? That's why I really liked Trap. I thought that was fun. that was a fun ride.
I like Trap a lot. It's a fun movie. What's your first?
Thank you, Royce. I appreciate that. We appreciate your support for sure.
What is it? What's your number 1, Chris?
His number 1. Oh, second for Masters of Horror.
Yes, I think it's my second too. My favorite is the Coscarelli one.
His is probably Imprint. Yep, he said Imprint. I had a feeling.
Good choice.
I had a feeling.
It's just so good.
Honestly, Imprint's probably top 3 for me now.
Yeah.
After we watched it the other day, that's really friggin' good.
But see, I gotta watch the rest of them now because I remember really enjoying Family.
Family's great. Yep, George went. Yep.
I enjoyed a majority of them. Really,
I love Jennifer.
Yes. Oh, that one's wow. The one with Jason Priestley, I think it was the Screwfly Solution.
Screwfly Solution, yeah.
I like that one.
Yep.
Now, we just watched Right to Die, and that was one that I had as one of my lowest.
It's Carpenter.
Masters of Horror, right? Carpenter. I like that so much more this time.
Yeah.
When we watched it. Sometimes maybe you need to take a step back because, I mean, I saw Cigarette Burns and I watched a couple more, and then I kind of, because I like Carpenter so much, I skipped ahead to Right to Die, and it's not Right to Die, is it? No, I always make this mistake.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The one we watched is Pro-Life.
Pro-Life with Ron Perlman. Yeah. So when we watched that, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Roy says Jennifer was his favorite. Peltz was fun. Those are both Argentos. Love them.
Yes. Peltz is fun.
Decepticon, my favorite Shyamalan film has to be The Visit. Yes, love it. Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, man, when he takes, that diaper. Good God. The diaper. Oh.
The reveal in that is fantastic. When you first watch the movie, such a good reveal.
I'm telling you, man, there's some downright creepy stuff in there.
Yes, Decepticon. I have Killer on VHS. I have seen it.
Thank you, Royce. I just read what you put. I really appreciate that. We appreciate your support.
Definitely appreciate it for sure. Yeah, I've seen Killer Decepticon. I have the VHS tape. Craig. Unfortunately, I've been told my long-standing Rainbow Road record in Mario Kart has been beaten.
Is that the one with the brothers?
All right, Craig. See ya.
Killer?
No, you're thinking about The Killers. This is Killer.
Which one? What's that one? Killer?
I don't think you've seen it. I think we talked about it a while back. I may have even shown it in the past in like a rare movies video.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool, Decepticon. Very cool.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's good to talk to you, buddy.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Huh. Killer. Okay, now I gotta look that up. Killer. Because now I'm curious.
Brody, I do not. Even movies that I don't particularly like, I don't think anything should be burned and destroyed because there's always somebody else that might like them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if people burn and destroyed movies that they hate, a lot of movies that I love would be burned and destroyed.
That's true. And
for example, like Brody, when you were going earlier, Brody is a big fan of Halloween Ends. I told him that we love it as well. So if people think that movies they hate should be burned and destroyed, Halloween Ends would have been one of them, and we wouldn't have it.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yep.
Hey Nick, how you doing, buddy? Happy Friday the 13th again.
Nick Wilson.
There he is.
There he is. Oh man. Let me give you that later. You just got to remind me, Joe. Yeah, Nick.
What's that?
My buddy. Thank you for coming by, dude. I appreciate it. Today is, after all, our holiday. Remake. Jaws should never be touched. You know, that's the same thing I thought about Halloween, Friday the 13th. You know, you think of these movies as such classics that they shouldn't be altered or messed with. But, you know, if you really sit back and you think about it, we did get a couple of really good movies out of it. I know you're not a big fan of the Friday the 13th remake, Joe, but it still gives us more to watch.
Yeah, but there's still things that I do like about it. And it's one of those things where if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know? Like you and I have always said, I want more of the things that I love. Yep. I've always been the opposite. Like Phantasm is my all-time favorite horror movie. Do I think a Phantasm remake would work? Probably not. But guess what? If they remade it, I would absolutely be the first one in line to see it.
Yeah, me too.
So it's like, I don't know. I've just never been of that mind where things shouldn't be remade because it doesn't take away the original. We still have it.
Yeah, Brody, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Decepticon. Yeah, I feel like Rob Zombie should have done TCM as well. He would have done a good remake.
I think that he would have excelled in that.
Yeah.
I think that would have been right up his alley.
I think he probably would have, honestly. It was by the time he started making movies, you know, when House of a Thousand Corpses came out, which was his first film, that was the same year that the TCM remake came out. So
yeah. That was probably taken off the list.
Yeah.
And it does resemble it probably more than a lot of the other films that came out. To me, it kind of resembles it a little bit more than the TCM remake.
Yep. It does. It feels like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
It does, yeah. That's a great trilogy.
Firefly?
Grandpa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Firefly trilogy is awesome. But yeah, there's supposed to be some remakes coming out. I can't remember a lot of the ones I saw, but it wasn't anything that really said, "Oh, I gotta see that." So I'll just wait for them to come out.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, I mean, Friday the 13th. I Friday the 13th remake is definitely not my favorite, but there's stuff that I do love in it. My biggest gripe with that one is I just really can't stand the characters.
Yeah. Trent.
Yeah,
Perfect nipple
kids.
placement.
Ooh, Juliana Gill, Willa Ford too.
I still like it. I still like it. It's not in my top.
Yeah, but you like everything, remember?
Yeah, I do like everything. I mean, I like Part 5. I like Halloween 3. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah,
We like
Trent.
everything.
Trent is awful. Trent,
Yeah, he is awful.
fucking guy.
Some of the other characters I don't mind though. The hillbilly in the barn.
Can't stand it. It's just stupid.
Yeah, he's a little rough.
Why was like it's so over the top? It's stupid.
It is.
It's stuff. That's the stuff that drives me crazy about that remake. Like, why do you have to be so like? Come on, like it's almost like a caricature.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's oh man, and you know me, I'm all for movies don't have to be realistic because we're watching a film. But come on, like that was like going over and above to be ridiculous. It's like it turned into Tucker and Dale versus Evil in what's supposed to be a serious slasher film.
Oh, wait a minute now. Which is the 2 remakes, The Fog and Cabin Fever. Well, they already remade Cabin Fever.
No, I think he's talking about the ones that were remade
Oh,
because they talked about having interest in those movies when they came out.
yeah. Hmm.
I mean, I enjoy remakes. There's one thing I've learned from us doing these original or remakes. There's times when I prefer remakes, and there's times I prefer originals.
There are. Yeah. Toolbox Murders? Barely.
You just don't know.
Oh, for you, be Prom Night.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, Alex, it just doesn't do it for me. I think they tried to do too much. I don't like that they remade 4 movies in one. I don't like the characters, like I said. I think they made some silly decisions that they didn't have to make. Uh yeah, I much prefer it's too polished too. It has like that polished look that I don't like with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick.
Yes, exactly. Like stuff like that. It's these unnecessary decisions.
Yeah.
Like they just add
Hey,
these characters that are just made to be unlikable for the sake of being unlikable.
happy Friday the 13th, Freddie Voorhees.
That's Rob. How you doing, Rob?
Rob.
Rob's Nightmares.
Oh, okay. Hey, Rob.
Happy Friday the 13th. He did a ranking today
Did he really?
for Friday the
I'll have to
13th.
go back
Yeah,
and watch.
and he did his top 3 yesterday for animated.
Oh, The Prowler. Was that your first time, Nick, watching The Prowler?
Well, I thought he was saying it was a Prowler remake that he watched, and I was like, wait a minute, when did they remake the Prowler?
Yeah.
For sure, Alex. But in the other ones have that different tone. Like there's a big difference between an '80s slasher film and a 2009 slasher film. And
Oh, that's okay.
believe me,
That's
horror
okay.
fans will tell you that because people treat things now like if something's not realistic, forget it, which is nuts to me. But
That's all right, Rob. You're good. Oh, I love The Prowler. I do. Even though it's been called boring by many people.
the Prowler, that sucks.
Tom Savini, truly a genius
No, it's a
on
good
that
movie.
movie. It has some of the best kills. Oh,
Yep.
I love The Prowler.
With the dude in the shower.
Yeah, that's like really creepy too.
It's creepy, right?
Yeah. I really like The Prowler. That's one I don't revisit enough, Nick.
Pumpkinhead remake would be wild. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
You know what would be funny? They just put Lance Henriksen in it again. Just act like it. He was never even in the others. He just shows up in all the Pumpkinhead movies anyway.
So I saw a picture of him the other day, and he looks old.
Is he?
Yeah, he looks really old, like frail. It's a shame.
Yeah.
My favorite, Alex, is Friday the 13th Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2 is mine as well. It's literally my favorite slasher film ever made.
First half, let's see.
Friday remake, but don't love it. Like first half. Yeah, I would agree with that, Rob.
Yeah.
I actually like the first half better than the second half.
Yeah, I can get with that. I still like the way it starts out. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's why I like the first half more. Abominable 2 with Lance.
Yes. Lance, yeah. Abominable.
Part 6.
Anything Bigfoot. I like Bigfoot. That would be cool. Has anybody seen The Beast of Crater Lake? Is that it? The Beast from Black Lake?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I was actually kind of surprised. Low budget, but it's, when does that ever bother us?
Exactly. There's the Crater Lake Monster.
Okay, that's not it then. The Beast of Black Lake, maybe? I think Synapse put it out. I found the DVD at a thrift store a long time ago.
I don't know.
Black
I watched that one earlier, Alex, Part 3. That was on.
What's that one?
Alex said Part 3 is his favorite with the hockey mask debut.
I like that one too. The creature from Black Lake. Yeah.
The creature from the Black Lagoon. What a rip off.
Yeah, the creature from Black Lake I watched not that long ago, and I had some fun with it. It's pretty good.
But did it have Adrienne Barbeau naked like in Swamp Thing?
No.
It did not.
I cannot no. That was truly why they cut that out, I will never understand.
That's a peak scene in that film.
It is.
Yeah, Rob, I love Harold eating everything in the store. Those donuts always look good. Yeah, I agree, Alex. Love the same.
Hey, Jason number 1. All right, this up to Con 704. That makes sense.
Top
How you
5
doing, buddy?
Bigfoot films.
Top 5?
Night of the Demon is probably number 1 for me.
That's in my top 5. I like Abominable.
Yep.
That's a good one. I like Legend of Boggy Creek.
Boggy Creek, obviously. Yep.
Nick and I watched that one.
Harry and the Hendersons.
I love the movie Exists. I think is what it's called.
Yeah. Yep. Alex said Harry and the Hendersons number 1. Hell yeah.
The hell else? Bigfoot. I wasn't down with Willow Creek too much. I still have to rewatch that.
Suburban Sasquatch. Come on, you know it's on your fucking list.
I have a lot of Bigfoot movies. I really do. Or maybe Sasquatch. That's a good one. Yeah, Exist is one of my favorites. Yes, that's another one. Nick.
I still need to watch that. I bought that because I heard so much praise about it. I still haven't watched it. No, I have the Blu-ray just sitting over here somewhere.
Okay, we're watching that. That's so much fun, dude. So much fun.
I heard it's great. Yeah.
I actually do have Suburban Sasquatch.
Me too. Assault of the Sasquatch with Cool Duder.
Did you like it, Nick? I really liked it when I watched it because I wasn't expecting it to be so. It's really convoluted, but it's in a good way.
About Downtown Sasquatch. The name of Craig's band in Degrassi. It's Craig and Spinner and Jimmy's band. Downtown
Jimmy.
Sasquatch.
Call him Wheels now.
Oh, Wheels is in the original series. There's a character named Wheels.
Was it?
Yeah, in the originals in Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High, one of the main characters is Wheels. He's actually my favorite. He's actually my favorite character in the original series. I haven't yet, Rob. I always see him talking about it, but I haven't seen it. It looks like it's going to be like a low-budget Neon Maniacs in the desert. That's what it reminds me of.
There are two that came out around the same time. Two Bigfoot movies that I really enjoyed. Primal Rage, maybe. I think it's called Primal Rage.
Yep, Primal Rage, yep.
And there was another one that came out around the same time.
Or is it Primal Scream?
It might have been Primal Scream. Can't remember.
Primal Rage is the Halloween one with the like the rabies like zombie.
Oh yeah, that's an older one.
Yeah. Yeah, Wheels is the kid in the wheelchair from the Burger King Kids Club. Yep.
Oh, damn it. What was it called? There's two that came out. Son of a bitch. Let's see. Although I'm typing this in, it probably won't give me the answer.
Probably not.
Type in best Bigfoot movies and be like, is there one? Let's see. Big Legend. I like that one. That was the one that came out around the same time. I really enjoyed that one. I haven't seen Hoax yet. I heard Hoax was pretty good. Boggy Creek 2 is not bad. Wait a minute. Oh, Downtown Sasquatch is what you said.
Yeah, that's the name of the band.
There's one called Sasquatch Sunset.
Probably it sounds like a romantic comedy. Sasquatch meets a Yeti and they fall in love.
Primal Rage, that's a good one. That's the one that came out around the same time. A Creature from the Black Lake. Duh. I enjoyed that one. One that's not good, however, is Bigfoot Blood Trap. Probably the worst one.
It's not nice.
Shooting Bigfoot. That's not nice.
Is there an Amityville Bigfoot or Amityville Sasquatch?
Well, we got the name for our next movie.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
Eric will buy it. Did you see his 55 plus Amityville titles?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, don't laugh at him. I've got some of them.
Mm-hmm.
All the canon ones.
And plus others, too.
Yeah. Amityville Vibrator. Actually, you and I watched that, didn't we, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's something.
Yeah, Amityville Vibrator is actually pretty funny. And it's kind of clever how it works. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
Like the fact that she has it up her when she gets killed. Like, come on, and the thing gets cursed. It's pretty funny. Amityville Karen. I've always been curious about that one, Rob.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and Verge says there is an Amityville Bigfoot. I thought so.
There has to be.
Well, I'm making Amityville Sasquatch. How about that? Killer Pinata.
I've always been curious about that. Killer Pinata. I might even have it somewhere. Never know. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I was like, when Eric was reading off his, I was like, got that one. Got that one. I was like, what's wrong with me? I got most of these.
These people release these movies, but I have to write a book about a freaking gender fluid alpaca to get it published. Like, what a sick world. And like, we're the bad ones for not thinking it's sick. Like for thinking it's sick. Like, how twisted is this world getting? Come on. I think so too.
Maybe it should
Decepticon,
be
Amityville toilet.
yeah, Amityville Death Toilet. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you couldn't get your book published.
Yeah. Oh God.
House Shark. Did you ever see that, Joe?
I have it. I haven't watched it because it's long.
You have it though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was gonna
I
be
was really surprised. I think I watched that with Brad, and
okay.
I was really surprised. I'm sitting there pissing my pants, right? I'm laughing my ass off because it is. I mean, if you're a Jaws fan and you're watching it, it's hysterically funny. It really is. And he's just like he's straight face most of the time. I'm like, damn, there's a sense of humor.
It was gonna be one of my Shark Week movies one year,
Whew.
and then it was like the last one I had left, and I saw the runtime, so then I used something else instead.
There you go.
That's mine, Annette. That's what I said. Then the demon.
I like that one too. I had a good time with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a Bigfoot slasher movie.
Nope.
Where a guy gets his junk ripped off.
There's even Sasquatch assault in that one.
Yes, there is.
It's messed up.
Yes, there
The
is.
Sasquatch assault that leads to impregnation of a teen girl. It's a sick movie.
Yes, it is. So much fun.
That's it. I'm offended. I want it banned.
Shut it off. Turn it off.
I want it pulled from every school.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
It is.
I'm so sad I was late to the party on that one. But I had a good time with it, though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Sharks of the Corn and Trailer Park Shark.
Yeah, there's way too many shark movies now. Oh, the one I watched the other night. I was telling you about it. And I recognized the director. It was the same guy who did the Sharknado movie, speaking of sharks.
But you were watching Debbie Does Dallas the other night.
That too.
Yeah.
The Happy Hooker Goes to Washington.
DC.
DC. For the parade. Should get more than enough business.
All right,
there.
Nick. Thank you for stopping by, bud.
See you, Nick. Thank you, buddy.
Soon.
Happy Friday 13th.
Yeah.
Tom Healy and Pam Anderson. Whew. Unreal.
Which do you prefer, the Pam Anderson or One Night in Paris?
Damn.
That was the big one for a while.
One Night in Paris?
Yeah, Paris Hilton.
Yeah. You don't hear much about that anymore. I guess they're so commonplace now that people just don't care.
Yeah, because now there's OnlyFans, so they're leaking their own.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like, you may as well get paid for it.
That's true.
That's how Kim Kardashian got famous. Think about it. No one knew who the hell she was until her sex tape got leaked. Yeah. Poor China. If you watch it, you get to see her vagina.
Starting to get punchy now.
Well, it's true.
It is, yeah.
One Night in Vagina.
Oh man, that's what my
terrible.
daughter used to call me.
Poor woman's dead.
Oh, that's right, she is. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Damn. You're harsh, man.
Oh God.
Yep. All right.
Rob says Pam for him.
Pam, yeah. But now she's like running around with no makeup on, and whew.
Yeah, it's in the weird way too, where it's like at first, it's like, I can appreciate and respect when they want to like make a whole point, like, oh yeah, you can still look good without makeup. But now she's kind of getting a little bit weird about it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Oh, man.
Decepticon. My current crush has to be Jenna Ortega.
Okay, I'm down with that. Yeah, Snapdragon. Yeah, they released that too recently on a Blu-ray.
Barbed Wire and Snapdragon double feature.
Really?
No, I'm saying that would be a good double feature. Barbed Wire and Snapdragon.
Well, one shows a lot, the other one doesn't show. I don't think it shows anything, does it?
Which one?
A Barbed Wire.
Barbed Wire does in the unrated one, yeah.
I guess I don't have the unrated one.
In the R cut, she doesn't. In the unrated cut, she has a topless scene.
Huh. I have the Blu-ray somewhere. I don't even. Maybe it's the DVD. I can't remember.
I think the Blu-rays are.
Yeah, it's probably the Blu-ray then. That sucks.
That's why physical media matters.
Indeed, it does. I have noticed on the streaming sites that they are starting to put more special stuff on there.
Yeah, because they're trying to get rid of physical.
Yeah. Trying awful hard. I hope they don't. What the hell are we going to do?
I forgot to tell you. So I told you, Jay never watched Dawson's Creek from like beginning to end. So
okay.
we started all watching it. Me, him, and Aaron always watch like a show together all the way through. So that's what we're currently watching. He's watching it for the first time. So we're on season 2, and we've just been watching it on Hulu because it's convenient. We can just pick up where we left off. It leaves off where you left off. So
they cut it
last week. Yep, it got dropped from Hulu. So I had to go down. I came downstairs, got the DVDs. We started watching the DVDs, and then like 3 days later, Hulu added it back. But like, come on, like this is the frustration with streaming service, because if we didn't have the DVDs, what would have happened? We probably would have said, okay, I guess we should start another show. Then we would have started another show, and then it would have come back on Hulu a few days later. We'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I
should probably, while I'm here, I probably should watch that new Predator thing while I'm here, unless it's like really long.
It's 4 hours, I think.
I'm out.
Oh boy, do you know Christopher Reeve's arch nemesis?
Oh boy,
I can only imagine what this is going to be.
Gotta be a horse.
What is it? I was going to say that, or a Stairmaster.
Damn.
Christopher Walken.
Oh man.
Terrible.
That's a good one.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
I did bring the animated Predator was good, but I don't have Hulu anymore. Oh, it's on Hulu, huh?
Yeah. I don't have Hulu, but my daughter does.
I have Hulu
for the weekend.
But guess what?
What?
Not watching it.
You better.
I'll watch it when they put it out on physical media. Taking a stand.
There's an easy answer for that. I'll watch it.
Oh, Paul Walker, Michael J. Fox have a new movie coming out called Shake and Bake.
Oh, that's messed up. What was I watching the other day that he was in?
Which one?
Oh, Family Ties. That's what I was watching.
Well, I would hope that he would be in that.
Yeah. It's like, man, what a... Can you imagine the stuff he would have been in?
I feel bad for him.
I do too. He was in so many movies, and I think they all did pretty well based on him being in them.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is to me is one of the funniest shows ever made, and his season that he's in is like one of the funniest seasons because of him. He's so freaking hysterical in that.
Who? Michael J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox, because obviously in Curb nothing's off limits, and there's no script in Curb. Like
Right.
everything is ad libbed. Like they have like an outline of the episodes, but they don't have like lines written down of dialogue.
Right.
So everything is ad libbed. So nothing's off limits. So like he makes fun of his own Parkinson's, and it's hilarious because like you have to appreciate him for doing that.
Definitely.
Like it's so funny. Like like he's giving like Larry like a can of soda, and like Larry opens it, and of course it sprays all over him. So he's like, "Did you shake the soda?" And like Michael J. Fox is like, "That was a Parkinson shake. I didn't do it on purpose." And then like they're in a hotel room, and Michael J. Fox is in the hotel room above him, and all Larry can hear all night is like stomping around, and he's like, "What's going on up there?" He's like freaking. So he goes up there to tell him off, and it's poor Michael J. Fox just like walking around because of his Parkinson's. He can't stay still. But Larry's still pissed off. He doesn't give a shit. So it's like it's hysterical.
That's one show I got to get into. I watched.
Oh my god, dude!
I think I watched
this
the
episode.
first
I'm in
season of it.
tears. What?
I think I watched the first season of it when we had
it gets better and better as it goes on too.
Yeah.
Did you see the episode of Curb? I've seen them all, so I have. That exonerated a guy for murder. Had to blame him when he was at the ball game. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That was pretty cool. Jason prefers Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman.
I do not.
Isn't it funny, right? How Michael J. Fox was the TV show brother of Justine Bateman, and then her real life brother replaced Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf 2.
Yeah.
I never really thought of that before.
No. 6 Degrees. I like him too. I like Jason Bateman. I think he's a good actor.
Me too. Good show, Rob. Yeah. Good show. Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jason Bateman's a great actor. I love Arrested Development too.
Oh, and you've never seen Bad Words, have you?
No, I just got it the other day. I showed you that, right? Yeah.
See, that's one I wear a diaper. It's so funny. It is so funny.
I heard it's really, really funny. So
he plays the perfect part in this, where he's just somebody who just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's why he excels.
That's why Curb Your Enthusiasm is so funny, because that's how Larry David is.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I relate to him so much because he's like, it's like Seinfeld, but like even funnier for me. And obviously Larry David was a co-creator of Seinfeld. And it's like these things where these everyday things that we think about, but we don't necessarily even realize we're thinking about. So like he questions everything. Like, why does life have to be this way? And like, he's one of those people where it's like, just because people think things should be this way doesn't mean they have to be. Like, if I don't feel like doing this, why do I have to? This is my life, you know? And there's so many things he does where I'm like, I am so with him. He is right on this. And he gets so much crap for it. But I'm like, I completely agree. Like, and that's what makes it so much funnier for me.
Now, was he nominated for a bunch of Emmys and stuff for that show?
I believe so, yeah. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. Yep, like Doc Hollywood, good movie. Teen Wolf is an awesome soundtrack. It does.
The Gift is great.
Jason Bateman, The Gift. Bad Words was funny. Yeah, I gotta watch Bad Words. Watch that. I literally just picked up the Blu-ray the other day.
The Gift is really good. My wife and I went to see that in the theaters.
I still haven't watched that either. I have that though.
It's creepy. It's creepy, and it's very, very true to life. Good movie.
Yeah, I was really interested in seeing that, and then obviously I bought it, and then I just never watched it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a little bit different than you think. You'll enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it.
Bad Words. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Should have brought it. All right, bro. You about ready to hang it up? I gotta let the dogs out. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Hope everybody had a happy
Friday
Friday
the
the 13th. It's the only
Damn
one
right.
this year, which is kind of sucky.
And that's why we did this. We were originally not going to stream.
But we've streamed like every Friday the 13th, so we just
yeah.
you know what, we got to do it.
We gotta.
Have a good night, everybody, and remember, physical media
Matters. Damn right.
Thanks, guys. Good night.